No manual, no directive has ever been about the art and craft of acting, has ever been so eloquent, so cogent as Hamlet's speech to the company of actors who had arrived in the palace at Elsinore to present a play. Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it as many of your players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hands thus, but use all gently, for in the very torrent, tempest, and I may say, whirlwind of your passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to see a robustious, periwig-pated fellow tear a passion to tatters, to very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings who, for the most part, are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise. I would have such a fellow whipped for o'erdoing termagant. It out-Herods Herod. Pray you, avoid it. Now be not too tame neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action, with this special observance that you o'erstep not the modesty of nature. For anything so overdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end both at the beginning and now was and is to hold, as it were, a mirror up to nature, to show scorn her own image, virtue her own feature, and the very age and body of the time his form and pressure. Now this overdone or come tardy off, though it might make the unskillful laugh, cannot but make the judicious grieve, the allowance of the which, by your means, o'erweighs a whole theatre of others. Oh, there be players, and I've seen them play and heard others praise, and that highly, not to speak of it profanely, that neither having the accent of a Christian, nor the gait of a Christian or pagan or no man, they have so strutted and bellowed that I have thought one of nature's journeymen had made men, and not made them too well. They imitated humanity so abominably. And let those of you who play your clowns speak no more than is set down for them. For there be of them that will themselves laugh, to set on a barren quantity of spectators to laugh too. That is villainous, and shows a most pitiable ambition in the fool that uses it. Go, make you ready. I have here for you a few gems sent to me by a friend. Here is an actual transcript of what took place during a trial at the Old Bailey. Now, the Old Bailey, as you all know, is the central criminal court in London. The barrister, the moronic barrister, is questioning the witness, who is a doctor. His name is Smedley. This is an actual transcript. Smedley, question. On the date of the conception of the baby, you say it was August the 8th. Doctor, yes. And what were you doing at that time? Smedley, do you recall the time that you examined the body? What time was it? Doctor, The autopsy started about 8:30 p.m. Smedley. And Mr. Dennington was dead at the time? Doctor. No, he was sitting on the table wondering why I was carrying on this autopsy. Doctor, before you performed the autopsy, did you check for a pulse? No. Did you check for blood pressure? No. Did you check for breathing? No. So then it is possible that the patient was alive when you began the autopsy? No. How can you be so sure, doctor? Because his brain was sitting on my desk in a jar. Smedley. But could the patient have still been alive nevertheless? Yes, says the doctor. It is possible that he could have been alive and practicing law somewhere. And here I have actual answers given by science students in England. I think it was an O-level examination. A student of science wrote, "The universe is a giant orgasm," instead of organism. At the end of the student's essay, the teacher reposted, "Your answer gives new meaning to the Big Bang Theory." Another student, all animals were born before mankind. The animals lived peacefully until mankind came along and made roads, houses, and condoms. Next student, water is composed of two gins, oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen is pure gin, hydrogen is gin with water. The question was, what is germinate? What does that mean? Student, germinate is to become a naturalized German. Vacuum, a large empty space where the Pope lives. And these are actual answers by students of literature. The greatest writer of the Renaissance was William Shakespeare. He was born in the year 1564, supposedly on his birthday. He never made much money and is famous only because of his plays. He wrote tragedies, comedies, and hysterectomies, all in Islamic pentameter. My favorite, this one. Writing at the same time as, this is another student, writing at the same time as Shakespeare was Miguel Cervantes. He wrote Don Quixote. The next real author was John Milton. Milton wrote Paradise Lost, then his wife died, and he wrote Paradise Regained.